Pleased with the effort that our guys are making when we go all in, and when we go all in, it's games like this and extra innings that really show and really prove what the team is really made of. We've made a lot of good additions, and taking the World Series champions to extra innings tells you that your team is going in the right direction.
Well, Clint, you've had a pretty solid rotation. Charlie Moore had another good start yesterday. Are you pleased so far with how it's gone? And what do you think will happen with Jeff Carson's once Russell Lindorf has a chance to get back in the lineup?
To answer the first part of your question, I mean, the starting rotation I think has definitely been a strength to this team. The offense, however, we need a little work on, and we're aware of that. We're trying to give guys some rest and give guys some extra looks in the cages. That's always determinant of how that works. As for Jeff Carson's, it's a wait-and-see approach. I mean, Russell Lindorf, this is his second or third major injury in two seasons, so we have to take that very carefully and even take it slow if possible. Jeff Carson's has shown that he can, not just this season, but last season and the season before, that he's a capable man either in long relief or in starting rotation. So, if anything, his work might scale back a little bit, but that's not until that 2 or 3 week period on Ohlendorf.
Well, Clint, it's been a rough home start for the Pirates. Of course, they have won a couple road series so far. Do you think that the Pirates can start to win at home more, give fans a reason to want to come out to the ballpark more? Because they have played well on the road, but at home it just hasn't all come together yet.
We just got to figure out what we just got to get our strengths and weaknesses and mesh them together and become one big strength. I know that might not make complete sense. However, the guys, in all, the guys need to go all in, and these guys know that, and these guys, I think, are really trying to play their hardest. The offense has been bits and pieces. We'll see how that all works out, but you know, we've been giving Pedro Alvarez a lot of days off, and we've been working on trying to make this offense much more cohesive. That corner outfield position of Matt Diaz and Garrett Jones needs to get a little bit more work in. Garrett Jones did hit a home run last night, so it could be a good sign looking forward.
Continuing looking forward, what are your plans with Jose Talva? Of course, he didn't start the game last night. He came in the later innings. I think it was the 6th inning or 7th inning that he came into the game. What's your plan with him as he's been slumping lately? But again, he's one of those core guys that I think fans like to see at the game.
I think you said it properly, Andrew. Jose Talva is one of our core guys, and he's going to be given every opportunity to start and earn this and continue to earn the starting job night in and night out. Last night was just a maintenance day. He got extra looks in the indoor batting cages, and he simply put, he has been slumping after the good start to the season. So just giving him a day off to work on the fundamentals and to get his game back together, that was the important thing, and that was why he initially sat last night.
We stressed fundamentals, of course, early in the spring training and early so far in the season. Have the Pirates, to your standards, done a good enough job with doing the fundamentals so far? The basic things in fielding, running the bases like you want to take extra bases on singles from first to third, things like that. Have they done a good enough job with that so far this season?
As I've said before in answers to a couple of your questions, we definitely have our strengths and we definitely have our weaknesses. If you remember a couple weeks ago, there was a bunt that was made and Kevin Correa completely misplayed the bunt, so that's something that we definitely have needed to work on. We definitely worked on it very hard in spring training, and we continue to work very hard on it as the season progresses. As it stands now, I think just last night, Joel Hanrahan, the Pirates closer, had to field that bunt and throw to third to get Shearholes out, so that's definitely something that's working. As for stealing bases, I could tell them to go all in and steal as many bases as time permits. However, ultimately it's the player's decision, so that's tough. I mean, you heard at Pirate Fest that Andrew McCutcheon said he wants to have that Ricky Henderson mentality, and when he's on first base, he wants that second base to be his and have that Ricky Henderson mentality and feel that that base is his if he runs. But he's finally starting to get the running together, but I think we do need to be a little bit more aggressive on the base paths, but at the same time we also need to be aware that these games where it's one-run games, it's probably not wise to make all these moves in one time and go all in like that.
You had Andrew McCutcheon batting third at the start of the season, and now he's in the leadoff role. Again, like you said, Ricky Henderson in the leadoff role, stealing bases and so forth. But could you see Andrew maybe moving back down the lineup to the third spot or even somewhere else as time progresses here, and as you maybe get some of the players out of slumps, or bench players start to become more everyday players?
I don't think that lineup position is optimal for Andrew McCutcheon. I mean, Andrew McCutcheon, as I've said, the Ricky Henderson mentality, even as you said, Andrew, he's the top of the lineup guy for us. When we put him down further lower in the lineup, he was hitting some home runs. However, his batting average is way down in the 100s, even lower 200s. But he's starting to bring it back up in the leadoff spot, a spot that he's very, very familiar with. I think that Andrew McCutcheon can best go all in if he's in the leadership job, the leadoff spot. He already, I think, is our clubhouse leader, which at this young of an age is something very incredible. And I really, really hope that perhaps this change of scenery in the leadoff spot will continue to serve McCutcheon well with Tabata struggling in left field.
Okay, we have several players that Pirate fans and media around Pittsburgh have thought to be on the trading block for a decent amount of time now, especially Ryan Doman, Garrett Jones also included with that. Do you think those guys are really putting forward the effort every day? Do they still have a leadership role in the locker room along with those guys? How are they meshing with the younger leaders like Andrew McCutcheon? And are they still putting forward enough effort that you might consider keeping them around for at least one more year?
Well, this is the way that I see it. I mean, I can't obviously comment on the trades. That's not my job to comment on the trades. As for the effort, that's none of my business to know either. All I do is speak and try to motivate the guys and get the guys to try to play their best baseball, and what they do on the field is completely up to them. But obviously I'm in the clubhouse and I can speak to that, and I can say that Ryan Doman always has been a leader, being one of the most, having the highest seniority along with Paul Mahalam on this team. So obviously, by default, he is a clubhouse leader. And he definitely knows what it takes, considering he's been on this team for years and years. Garrett Jones, he had his, this is his second or third year, his second full season in the bigs. I think that he definitely has one of the more familiar faces of the Pirates organization right now. He also can provide a leadership role, playing many positions. He kind of understands the ropes and knows what he needs to do. But again, I cannot comment on the trades. I just know what I see that goes on in the clubhouse.
I know you don't like personal questions like this, Mr. Hurdle, but John Russell last season and for the past few seasons really did not do a sufficient job as Pirate manager. How do you evaluate your performance so far? And you don't have to add this, but do you feel you're an upgrade, or do you feel like the team is, well, let me put it this way, how is the team different under your leadership?
Well, I cannot comment anything about my predecessor. That's none of my business. All I know is about myself, and as I've said with the team, I mean, there's some things that I'm obviously doing right, and there's some things that I think that need to be worked on. If there's one thing that I do need to work on, I have a propensity to make the team bunt a little bit too much. We definitely need to work on that. Working on the fundamentals. I take responsibility. It means that we're not doing the fundamentals enough, and we're not working on those fundamentals. But the first year, I mean, it's first year. I think the fans are a little bit happier. I just wish that more fans would come out to the ballpark right now to support our Pirates and our team. This is a new age in Pirates baseball, an age where accountability is very important, and going all in is even more important.
Well, Clint, Manager Hurdle, I think we are up against a break. I don't know if we're going to be able to get one more question on, so thanks for coming on the show as always, and we look forward to talking to you down the road, maybe next season.
Absolutely. Thanks, Clint. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for having me on the show. And remember, Point Park, I hear, is selling tickets for the game tonight, the Students' Activities Office. So be sure to buy the tickets and cheer on our Pirates.
All right, let's go Bucks. And you are listening to 670 AM, WPPJ Radio.